Now, some consider this song to be one of the best of the 1980s. Mid-year singing, of course, it's Ultravox with Vienna. Well, now, despite that song's popularity, it never actually made it to the top of the charts because this next song kept it off the #1 spot.
What's the matter you? Hey, got no respect. What do you think you do? Why you look so sad? It's not so bad. It's a nicer place. Ah, shut up your face.
That's Australian one-hit wonder Joe Dulce with Shut Up Your Face. Well, however, a campaign has been started to right what some musical fans consider historical musical wrong and get Vienna to #1 this April. I'm joined by Martin Slade, who's behind the idea. Clearly, you're a fan, but what makes you think people like Vienna enough to get it back to #1?
Well, I think there's enough people out there that feel the same way as I do, people in their late 30s, 40s, perhaps going into their 50s. And it's always been a talking point, and the Joe Dulce song was it's always been a big pop quiz question, you know, what famously kept Ultravox's Vienna off the #1 spot. So I think there's enough people out there that would like to see what we call a 30-year wrong put right, and that's why I launched a campaign last year.
And have you been encouraged by the campaign to stop the X Factor at Christmas, which worked?
Well, absolutely, yeah. In fact, I started my group before I knew about that group. I started it well before Christmas, but it only started to gather speed in the last couple of weeks, really. But, yeah, very encouraged by it. I think it shows that, you know, people now have the power at their fingertips to influence the charts and many other things in life as well through you know, the wonders of the internet. So I think it's all for good.
And what sort of response have you got from people?
Fantastic response. People have been generally very receptive to it. I've had lots of encouraging emails. Every day I log on to Facebook and onto my own email account. I've got dozens of emails from people saying, you know, how glad they are that somebody's launched this campaign. I don't think it would have happened before the X Factor battle this Christmas, but that seems to have spurred it on. And as I say, I've received thousands and thousands, well, hundreds and hundreds of emails from people, and messages and stuff, just saying congratulations, well done.
And I imagine you're hoping to get it in April. Have you got a target date?
We have, yes. We set a date for the, I think it's Monday the 29th of March through till Saturday the 4th of April.
Right.
That date being coincides with the eve of Ultravox's UK tour.
Right.
So it would be fantastic and give some real momentum to the tour.
I bet it would.